Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I know that it has been months and months since I posted on YouTube. Uh, I think the last one was maybe in January or February. I think maybe April. I think the last one was when I was talking about the sunroof on the car messing up. Uh, it's been a very rough year. I've lost relatives and I've lost friends almost, if not every single month this year. I lost my aunt just over 2 months ago. I buried one of my best friends last month, and I lost another aunt just 2 weeks ago. Just had her funeral this past weekend. It's just been on and on and on and on, and it's not stopping. And as far as getting things done outside, that's been an issue because of all the bad that's been going on. And I think every time something happens, then I think, okay, I'm going to get through this and then I'll be good. But then something else bad happens. It's just a constant nonstop. And we had this storm, Hurricane Debbie. We were affected. I had a lot of rain and wind, and I just had the insurance adjuster here because I have behind me, in front of me, I have spots on the ceiling where it leaked. I have two spots there, one big one, and then he found some damaged shingles at the end of the house, which I don't know exactly where they're at, but he found two of those. So he's going to file the claim or do whatever he needs to do. Uh, I would have assumed that the insurance company handles it. They get the people to come out and fix whatever needs to be fixed. But obviously, that's not the case. I'm the one that needs to find. They pay, and then I have to find the contractors to come in and repair the roof. Uh, that's not the way it was when the tree fell on the house next door onto the guest house. They handled it all for me. I didn't have to do a thing. This situation is a little bit different, so I'm going to have to find a contractor that can fix the roof. He told me that the ridge cap had never properly been put on. Uh, I don't quite understand. I think from what he was saying, the the people that installed it put the metal down, the ridge cap metal down, then they put the paper, and then they put the tiles, and that should not be the way that is. So that's the reason why when we got the storm, the rain came up into the ridge cap and then came back down. Uh, I knew several years ago I had a leak, but I didn't do anything with the insurance. But I did have a friend that went up there and looked, and he said he thought that's what it was, that it had leaked through the ridge cap. So he had fixed that. But evidently, from what this guy got up there and looked, he said the ridge cap is going to have to all come off. The shingles are going to have to come off. The ridge cap put on properly, and then the shingles put back on. So that makes me a little nervous, thinking, okay, now they're going to be messing with the roof, and how do I know that the person that's doing it knows how to do it and is going to do it properly? Uh, 16 years we never had a problem. So I believe him because he said he's been an insurance adjuster for 16, 17 years. So, yes, I believe him on what he says. I myself can't get up there. I can't look at it, so I really don't know. Uh, but that'll be one thing I need to do. Today, I took some kills after he looked at it, and I put some of the kills on that, but I don't have a good paintbrush, so I need to put more kills on that before I paint it. Uh, on top of all that, I've had a lot of doctors. The car had an issue with the, I don't know, it was a gas filter. I can't feel, evap filter. Had to take that in. They got that fixed, but then there was another evap system failure that happened like a week or two after that. So I had to take it in to get that fixed. And they still have not fixed the sunroof. I'm fighting with Hyundai and Jenkins Hyundai to try and resolve this issue because they closed the sunroof, but yet they evidently were not supposed to shove it closed. They shoved it closed, and now they came back on me after they supposedly put new tilt levers on it and said, it's broke. That's going to be $7,000. No, you broke the sunroof. Yes, I asked you to close it, but I would have assumed that a dealership would know how to close a sunroof, and evidently they don't. So I'm trying to get that problem resolved too. Uh, Other than that, so many of my family and friends passing away. I'm doing okay. They've got me on a different medication now because the blood counts are going up and down, but hopefully the medication will work. Uh, then I've also got, it is right now outside 108 degrees. So if you hear something noisy in the background, that is a floor model AC that I'm using as well as my central air because at 108 degrees, I have a heat pump system that's all combined into one, and it's outside in the back of the house. And they say, Richard, at 108 degrees, that thing's working best it can. Right now it's 78 in here, but with that floor model AC, it is helping a little bit. Uh, when we had the storm, we were out. We were out of electric that Monday morning. My neighbor called, and he called at like 6:30. We were out at 6:30 when I woke up, and that was Monday, and we didn't get the electric restored until Wednesday around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I did use the generator some. I didn't use it a lot because I was having to go out in the rain, go out in the wind, start it. And even though it is connected to the house and I could run that floor AC, I did run it. But it was just doing what it could do in a home this big. So I think now I have pneumonia. uh, Not real sure until I see the doctor tomorrow morning at 8:15, but I've been having some left chest pain, lower chest pain, and last year I associated that with cleaning and doing, and then I went into the ER and they said, "Oh, you've got pneumonia." So after the storm, I did get out and clean the property. We had tree limbs and debris all over the place. So I got out, I cleaned all that up, and to make life simple, I just ran over everything with the mower. It was the best way to do it because there was just so much down on the ground that it would have taken me 2 or 3 weeks raking it all up and getting it to the wood pile. So I ran over it the best I could, and then the rest of it that I couldn't, then I went ahead and picked it up, put it in the wagon, and got it to the pile. But it's just, I just keep waiting for the next thing to happen. I will show you in a minute what the ceiling looks like. It's not a pretty sight, but I think with the keels and then putting the ceiling paint on it, I hope that it's going to disappear because it bothers me. It's just like the front yard. I can't handle chaos or disorganization or even a, a leaky sunroof or ceiling. It just bothers me. So I'm working on that right now. Hopefully, within the next week or two, things are going to start getting better. I'm going to start feeling better. The new medication they've got me on is making me really nauseated in the mornings to the point where I just don't really want to get up and do anything hardly. But there again, with the heat, at about 11 o'clock, it starts at like 103, 104 heat index, and it goes to like 107, 108 heat index. And you just can't get out and work in that kind of heat. Or I can't. I know there's a lot of people that do, but I personally, I can't do it. So there's been a lot that I have not really done around the house this summer. But I wanted to fill you in on that and let you know that I am okay. Everything's good. Take it one day at a time. Uh, it hurts to lose relatives. It hurt really bad to lose my friend, but I have to think that they're in a better place, and I will see them again one day. It's just one right after the other, and I'm not like two this year. I'm talking 1 to 2 every month, and it really plays on you really bad. But I'm trying to hang in there, have a good spirit about things, and take it day by day. So I will now try to show you what the ceiling looks like. Okay, here we are with the ceiling. I do know that the spot right over there had leaked about 3 to 4 years ago, but now this is leaking, or it did leak. It's not leaking now; it's dried up. And there's a spot right there. And he said that he thought that probably the ridge cap leaked, and then it came here, and then it went straight down there. I had Aunt Bessie's painting hanging right there on the wall, but that didn't get damaged, just that part there. So hopefully, with the kills, I can cover that up and then paint it. Nobody will ever even know it was there. And then a friend of mine said that the molding right up there is not is kind of low or dropped down a little. But he said he thinks he can come and put a nail in there and tack that back up. So yeah. But other than that, everything is doing good. I just hope that things are going to calm down and I'm going to be able to, and then I'm going to be able to uh, move on with life and start some projects again. So thank you for your concern and your emails. I appreciate it, and I hope that, like I said, in another week or two, I'm going to find a project, and you guys will see it. All right, take care. Thank you again. Well, I know I said goodbye. Hope to see you all soon, but I'm actually outside, and you will not believe. You just will not believe this. It rained just a little while ago, and I had sat down. I was sitting in the chair, and I was watching TV. I got up because it was raining, and I decided, well, I was going to look out the laundry room and laundry room door, and I was going to see just exactly, how hard it was raining. And I got a big surprise. And let me show you. There. I mean, you just, how much more can I take? I mean, this is one massive tree that has come down on the property. Dustin told me a little while ago, he said be careful because there's some limbs down up there too. He thinks that this tree right here might be coming up, but I'm not so sure if it is or not. I have Midnight here with me. I'm not going to get too close to it. We think that maybe possibly we can cut it with a chainsaw, and then he can get the tractor, which is just right over there on the other side, and we can lift the limbs up. But I mean, that limb right there goes straight up, so I'm not real sure how we're going to do this without maybe hiring somebody. But the root ball to this tree is about as big as my car. That is the root ball. It's just massive. And I did not hear the tree come down at all. I just happened to look out and it was laying. Now, we had talked about having this tree cut because it was kind of leaning over here towards the guest house. But I just always thought, well, it's not going to go anywhere. We'll get that one side cut off of it. It'd be fine. Well, at least it didn't hit my house. And it didn't hit the guest house. So I have to be thankful that it didn't hit anything and we're okay. We didn't lose power or anything else, but I don't know. I just am not real sure. I told Dustin, I said, we're going to have to be very careful because that limb is up in that tree and up into there. So I'm just not sure how we're going to do this without hurting ourselves or bringing another tree down. It doesn't look like to me these trees are coming up. He's a little concerned that these trees are coming up right here. I'm not so sure, but if they do, they do. Nothing I can do about it. But yep, there's another big mess I've got to deal with. Along with Midnight being right here under my feet. All right, well, I hope everybody has a very good week. I'm going to have a good weekend. I'm not going to do a thing. I'm going to have a good weekend. Thanks for watching.